Why is dynamic range key for evaluative metering in photography? Have you ever wondered why some photographs capture every detail, while others seem to lose information in the shadows or highlights? The answer lies in dynamic range, especially when using evaluative metering. Dynamic range defines the spectrum of light intensities that a camera can measure, from the darkest shadows to the brightest highlights. This range is crucial for evaluative metering, which analyzes various zones of an image to determine the best exposure. Evaluative metering works by breaking the scene into multiple segments. It assesses the brightness in each segment to calculate an exposure setting that balances the overall image. If your camera has a limited dynamic range, it may struggle in high-contrast scenes. For example, imagine photographing a sunset where the sky is bright and the foreground is dark. A camera with a narrow dynamic range might lose details in either the bright sky or the dark foreground, resulting in an image that lacks depth. Dynamic range is measured in stops, where each stop represents a doubling of light. A camera with a wide dynamic range can capture a greater difference between bright and dark areas without losing detail. This means that when using evaluative metering, understanding your camera's dynamic range is essential. It helps you capture images where both highlights and shadows retain their details, avoiding harsh clipping or loss of texture. In practical terms, this capability is especially important in challenging lighting situations. Think about backlit portraits or scenes with mixed lighting. Here, the contrast between light and dark can be significant. A camera with a higher dynamic range can better measure and retain details across these varying light levels. This leads to more accurate exposure decisions and ultimately better photographs. When you use evaluative metering, you want to ensure that your camera can assess and balance exposure effectively. This means preserving detail in both bright and dark areas of your images. By understanding the importance of dynamic range, you can make informed choices that lead to well-exposed photographs in a variety of lighting conditions. So, next time you pick up your camera, remember that dynamic range is key to getting the most out of evaluative metering.